With a 5-minute limit, how do you know when you're approaching that? Does it just abruptly stop, or do you have any forewarning about where you're about to get cut off?
In the window right
When
below,
you're
when you
capturing.
do the screen capture, there is a countdown.
Okay.
There's a timer. But it will, if you go over the 5-minute, it just stops.
Okay. What else? So you said the file format is SWF.
Right.
What's like a typical file size? Or you don't really, they're probably pretty small because it's SWF.
Yeah, they're very small. Yeah, and with the 2 gigabytes of bandwidth and storage that you get, I haven't had a problem yet
Okay.
with going over my limit.
And when you're done, as soon as you stop recording, what's the time before the file's ready to be seen? Is it really like almost instantaneous, or does it take a few minutes for it to process out?
If it's up to the 5 minutes length, then you've got a lot of movement that's going to make a bigger file.
Right.
So it just depends.
Okay.
Depends on how long it is and how much movement is involved.
Is it, I mean, just ballpark, is it like more than an hour, less than an hour?
Oh, no, it's not like QuickTime movies. It can
Okay.
take forever to upload, but these Shockwave files, they're pretty quick.
Okay.
That's what's nice. You don't have to wait too long usually for it to be ready to give that link to somebody to share it.
Okay. Now, what about somebody who wants to do something more than 5 minutes, like for a whole class or something? Are there any options within Jing or like with TechSmith?
Well, there's Camtasia,
Okay.
but you have to pay for that. There's an educational discount, but it is a couple $100s. And with Camtasia, you can do editing. You can edit, you can add slides, you can do all kinds, you can even improve the sound.
Right.
But with Jing, you cannot. But they say you really should try to stay under the 5-minute limit if you can. So if you need to tell people how to do several different things, break them up into short videos. And then, for people, then they can just focus on maybe one aspect on a database or a software program that you're trying to show them how to use. People's minds start to wander after a while. So just the 5 minutes is really a good time limit to try to keep. Yeah, but for free options, I haven't found anything else out there that's longer than 5 minutes. The screen toaster, I think, is longer, but then you don't have there's not as many tools that you can use. I like Jing because I like the image capture. I use it a lot for, I can't remember how to do certain things, and maybe I don't need a video, but I'll take a screenshot, and then I'll open it in the image editor, and I'll add arrows and text boxes just to remind myself how to do something. So even if maybe you can't show anybody else how to do something, I don't know about you, but my memory just keeps getting worse and worse. So it's very helpful for me to try to get screenshots with notes or videos to help remind myself how to do something. Yes?
You had the pictures of the building outside of the school public health. Did you take those on
I-
camera and then you put them?
I did. I took those with a digital camera, and then I resized them in Photoshop. And then I opened each one and took an image capture with Jing of each one. Then I had to open each one in the image editor and then record myself as I was adding the arrows and text boxes. And so the question was, how did I create the directions video? So I took the pictures, resized them in Photoshop, then opened them, captured them as an image in Jing, and then I had to add the arrows and text boxes, but I had to use the Jing video capture while I was doing that. Now it's very complicated to do. It took me a long time. I started off with a much bigger video, and it kept getting smaller and smaller because I thought, well, I'll try to add music to it too, which was very complicated to do. So it just kept getting smaller, and it took a lot of time, and I'm still not happy with it. I'm not happy with the sound. So it's something you can do if you have more time than money. But if you really want to do something like that and you don't have a lot of time, then I would recommend buying something like Camtasia, because that will take less time to do. Yeah?
Were you basically jigging a Jing? Is that what you were
I
doing?
guess you could say so. I was doing a video capture of editing an image in Jing. Yeah, so yeah, I was jinging a Jing, which is a good way to put it.
On that screencast.com, is there a way of, let's say, after a while you have 30, 40, 50 of these little videos, can you add metadata so that you can search your library?
You can, yeah, you can do, go ahead and open this up so I can show you. So the question was, what can you do in screencast.com? Can you add metadata? Go ahead and log on to my account. Okay, so here's all my content, and I do have lots of other things in here besides Jing. This is my Jing folder. And if I were to open this up, there's lots of details down here. Information. This is where you can get the link again to share it, and you can email, and you can add attachments. So you have that information there. But if you go back, I haven't added any metadata to mine yet, but you can edit here. And this, I think, is where you can add the information. Unfortunately, it's really big here. You can't see everything, but you can add all of this information here to it.
Okay.
Sorry, I won't show it on that screen.
So, and so in theory, the metadata you add, if you uploaded this to YouTube, then that would be, those would be searchable keywords on YouTube?
You
or-
can't upload it to
Oh,
YouTube.
you cannot? Okay.
But with Jing Pro, for $15 a year, you can record an MPEG-4
Oh,
format, which you can upload to YouTube.
got it, okay.
But the Shockwave files you can't upload to YouTube yet, unfortunately. So I don't know about the metadata. I just tried once. I purchased Jing Pro yesterday just to test it in case anybody had any questions for me. And I did upload it, but it was a QuickTime video, so it took a lot longer
Okay.
to upload. And I didn't add any metadata to it. So I'm not sure what it would show there if I did do that. But you can, I don't know if anybody's used YouTube lately, but you can go in now and add music. They give you some music selections you can add as a background. I haven't tried that yet, but that's an option. You can add, I think, captions, annotations. You can do all kinds in YouTube after you upload a video to it, which is great that you have all those features and tools that you can do that. But unfortunately, with Jing's free version, they're just Shockwave files and they're not uploadable to YouTube right now. But what's great about screencast.com is it's so quick to upload these that if you're not going for a really wide audience, and that's the quickest, easiest way to share a video with somebody. And the link's not very long that you can give to people. Yes?
You said if you don't have a wide audience, what happens if you do want a group to look at it and more people want to see it? What happens when you sort of max out your bandwidth?
You can, of course, purchase more bandwidth if you want to. I haven't done that yet. That costs money. But I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to repeat the question, everybody. And I'm always telling people to do the same myself. So the question is, what do you do if you have a wider audience? I have not had any trouble yet because I haven't had the entire campus look at my videos yet. But I haven't had any problems because the files are so small. But one thing I didn't show here today, but I'm going to talk about in my advanced Jing class, is that you usually get a URL, but you can choose to get the embed code that you then can embed into a website, your video. So you can do that as well. You can embed these videos into your blogs or websites. So that's a better way to reach people, that if they're going to your blog, then you can do it that way.
So, and it was 2 gigabytes per month, that's the bandwidth?
Yes.
limitation? Okay.
Yep, and it renews every month on the day that you created your account. I've gotten close with my QuickTime videos that I have in there. With my other content, I've gotten close. But with the Jing Shockwave file videos, I haven't had any problems yet. Any other questions? Anybody have any questions about the handouts? Like I said, I'm going to have another class that I'm going to go over this more in depth. But today I just wanted to give you an overview. And it is really simple to use. If you can get your IT department to download it for you, if you have that situation in your department, go ahead and play with it. Just use the capture arrays to do a test and just play with it. And it is very easy to use. There's just other tools and features that help you do other things that are really great. So thank you for coming. And my email address is on the information, very small at the top of the one page, if you have any questions you want to ask me. All right, thank you.
You've been listening to a presentation from the University of Michigan School of Dentistry, which is dedicated to supporting open learning and open educational resources. This recording is licensed under the Creative Commons. It may be reused and redistributed for nonprofit use. Please attribute materials to the University of Michigan School of Dentistry and redistribute under this same license. For more information on how this and other University of Michigan School of Dentistry recordings may be used, visit www.dent.umich.edu/license.